This is officially my first vlog on my new camera. That's exciting. Hi, how's everybody doing? This is SuperGirlKels. Welcome to a very special limited edition. Ooh, SuperGirlKels vlog. It's actually gonna be the shortest vlog ever. So for those who don't like the long movies, this one's for you. For those who want longer, I'll try to drag it out as much as I can. We're on our way to Toronto. I'm with Mama Dell. Hi. And it's only us for the first time in years. We were talking about it. We think it's been since what? Since?
I think so.
Like, I think it's been 5-6 years since me and her have been on a trip alone driving. If you've been following my socials, you know what's been going on in my life. And I didn't really want to be on my own for this trip, so I thought it was a good getaway that, you know, we'd have some girl time together and just hang out. Speaking of girl time, today is International Tolerance Day for women in the video game industry. We're gonna be on Paidia Gaming show today, The Mixer. I'm really excited. I'm gonna be one of the panelists there. Also gonna be streaming a very special game that is gonna be showcased, still very much in beta. So we're head there. We got about, what, 5 hours left to go, I think. So it's still gonna be quite some time, but we're pretty excited for this experience. I mean, it's only one day. The show is tonight, so we're gonna get there probably around 2:20 in the afternoon. Look somewhat presentable as a lady, try to look as straight as possible. Yeah, we're gonna head over there for rehearsals and we're gonna settle down to start playing and gaming. We're gonna stream this and really have a great discussion amongst us. So I'll leave the beautiful ladies that are in the panel list here as well on the video, so you can go ahead and follow them and support them as we try our best to represent women in the gaming industry and in the world. So happy Intolerance Day, and I'll see you guys in a few hours. Bye! You see, guys, in Montreal, Canada, we only have 2 seasons, winter and summer. Construction season, shout out to you. I started to cry, but then remembered I can buy myself flowers. Write my name in the sand. Talk to myself for hours. Yeah, say things you don't understand, and you never will. I can take myself dancing. Yeah, I can hold my own hand. Yeah, I can love me better than. On 3, yeah, I can love me better than you can. God damn. Sheesh, I could basically live in here. Like, this is the perfect size for me. I actually just don't need more than this. This is exactly what I'd move to. This is, check it, look at the king size bed. Look at that. This is great. Look at that. Oh. Ooh. So I just got to the end of the tutorial and I got this awesome message pop up once I finished it. Shout out to the devs. Be sure to be following, guys. Let's go ahead and search up the Singularity 6 team. What a nice game so far. I'm really enjoying it. Can't wait till I get to show you guys tonight all the details.
Let me be your woman, 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 woman. I can be your woman, 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 woman. Let me be your woman.
RedBull Studio. I'm very excited in Toronto. We're on in just 16 minutes, so it's gonna get pretty hyped. I already met my fellow panelists, and they're all beautiful and talented, and I hope to do you guys proud, celebrating Intolerance Day while also playing the game that I'm gonna tell you guys about right now. This is Paidia, and we're really excited. It's made by 6 very talented individuals. Kind of imagine Animal Crossing having a baby with Harvest Moon, and this is basically what you get, but also a little hint of like Wizard 101. I don't know. It's beautiful, and it's free to play right now. It's beta. If you guys go on Paidia, search up the game. You write Paidia Game or Paidia Game. I'll put the link here. But yeah, you can register and you can play it there, and we're really excited to be representing, you know, Intolerance Day for women while with this game, because this game, obviously the audience, when it comes down to that life sim, is very much catered towards women, but everyone in the world. So it's just a great celebration of unity amongst every gender, every sexuality, identity, whatever it is, and every Kirby in the world. So we're very excited. We're eating right here. I mean, the production team is now eating pizza. Gotta go. People are coming. See ya.
We stand united. We stand with women who speak their truth and women who embody it. We stand with and stand for the legacy of the women who came before us and vow to uphold all they fought for, because we all deserve to stand for nothing less.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paidia Presents The Mixer, supported by Alas. Of course, we're here in Toronto. Toronto, make some noise. Or our most memorable gaming moment. And it could be like an experience that you yourself went through that you feel is like most memorable that is tied to gaming. Kelsey, do you want to go first?
Oh, fine. I needed like a second. I feel like I have multiple moments like that, but I guess I have to go back to the first game I've ever played, which is Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Genesis. And I played that when I was 4 years old with my dad, and that was the way we kind of bonded. And I remember we couldn't get past Oil Ocean Zone at all. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know. And even Chemical Plant, the toxic waters, right? It was so difficult. But when I finally did, oh my gosh. And then there's the breathing airs, like, you know, the music.
Well, I was just about to say the music. That's just running through my head right now.
I got anxiety just from that. So it was horrible. It was horrifying. But when I finally did, I felt that level up, and it made me want to play more and more games. Slowly turning me into the completionist I am today. And little did I know this little blue character would be the reason why I'm here today, and the reason I have my job, the reason why I do what I do. And he gave me everything, including being one of the best characters in Super Smash Brothers for that character, if that's even English. Yeah. So it's crazy how that little dude just kind of made me travel along with him. So yeah.
And like I just hear it now. The water. Oh my god. Trying to find that air.
Yeah, no, it never spawns when you need it.
Faria?
I don't have a singular moment that comes to mind, but it's all those times where you're playing games and someone will be like, hey, I love your music, or like, I love your videos, your stream got me through the pandemic, and it's like this moment, or even getting to meet them in person at like live events, it's otherworldly. And it kind of reminds you that these are people with lives and hobbies and passions, and they like take time out of their lives to be a part of yours, and it makes me so happy every time it happens.
Yeah. The community aspect, right? That's what that is, yes, right? Exactly. And I completely feel you for that. I think for me, it aligns there. I remember doing a panel, and at this specific panel, it was like one of the first ones that I've done. Mm-hmm. You know, I was just breaking in the industry, just really eager. And after I did this panel, this mother came up to me, and she's just like, hey, you know, my daughter is such a huge like gamer and just wanted to learn more, and she heard you talk, and her eyes lit up. Aww, and as she was saying that, she moved to the side, and I saw this cutest little girl. And like she had curly hair like I do, and you know, she was a little like a brown girl like me. Like I saw myself in her so much. Aww. And she came up to me and she was just talking about all of her favorite games. And you know when you're waiting for someone to ask you a question, and so you could just nerd out or like just like keep going on forever? I was like, what's your favorite game? And she's like, well, I really like this. And like, you could tell she was just waiting for someone to talk to her about gaming. And that will forever stick with me, because that was the moment where I was like, that's what that's what it's about.
That's
it's
so
about
beautiful.
making other
Yeah.
girls feel like they can talk about games, and that they're comfortable to like just come up to someone and ask them what their favorite game is, and feel free to express that without being judged.
Can we sorry, go on.
Oh, can I tack something onto that? That just reminded me. So remember Summer Showdown that Toronto Defiant hosted last year? I met this little girl who was in this diva onesie, and it was like this really, really big like pajama suit. It was adorable. And we took a picture then, and this year at Grand Finals, we got another one, and this year she saw me in a different cosplay entirely, and her dad came into my stream and was like, my daughter is like so inspired to start cosplaying. And she wants any pointers, and she wants to make the most elaborate Bastion one, and I'm like telling her to start small, but he was like, how can I nurture that? And I'm like, that is the sweetest thing ever.
That's so cool. Looking up to you and being like, I want to cosplay like you. And if you haven't checked out any of Freya's cosplays, please do, because they are next level. Next level.
Oh, thank you.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit next level.
I wanted to add on that it's like, can we just appreciate the fact that we finally live in an era where women are actually starting to grow up with gaming, right? And I feel like now that we're talking a lot more about mentality and mental health and accepting the out of norm, right? I think that it's beautiful to see girls like that could come out of their comfort zone, and they might be a little shy, but all kids are shy, and they're able to talk and make friends, and it doesn't matter the gender or anything, and they're like, yo, I really love this game and I just can't wait. And it's like you can find your bunch of nerds and community online, but also with your friends at school, because in this day of age, I mean, like, you see like 6-year-olds with phones, but they all got games, and it's pretty cool. And it doesn't matter if you're on mobile or console or PC. It's great that women in general, I think it's reached now 40% of gamers are women, and that's
awesome.
That's insane. That was a stat I saw this year, and I was like, oh my god, it's happening. Like, we're finding other people like us. Like, that's crazy. I mean, I've been in the industry for about 10, 11 years now, besides me playing when I was a 4-year-old in Sonic, but it really came down to Smash Brothers, and I started with Super Smash Brothers Brawl 2008, the best game ever for the Smash series. I don't care what anyone says, and maybe for casual, but that was when Sonic made it in the game. And I was like, I want to be the best Sonic, and I want to kick everyone's butt with Sonic, and the online was horrible, but I met a community through there. And back then you had kind of this online chat just through your friend code name, and you would type in there, and someone was like, go to this website. So I checked it out, and it was this amazing community called All's Brawl. I was introduced to tournaments. My parents went there. We went for a family vacation. There was a wedding that year, so we went. And we stopped there. I got bodied. I cried like crazy. And I looked at the stage and I said, I want to be there someday. I saw the winning champion. And little did I know, 4 years later, I beat that guy. And that launched a career of sponsorships and getting involved with a huge community, learning how to be a represented person of a brand, of sponsors, and content creator that I never thought I would reach. I've always done content on my own. I've been animating and creating videos and music videos specifically. I'm very passionate about that since I was maybe about like 14 years old. But I never thought I could mix the two together, right? Two medias, gaming, music. It was weird. Put it together, and it kind of inspired me to go into college for media. Later went back for a second degree in business because I was like, well, I want to know how to brand in media because media won't get me a job. So did that. And now, 10 years later, after being a pro and one of the top players of all time in Smash, I was able to retire recently, and I'm now one of the procasters. I get to travel, and I was recently doing stuff on Nintendo like we were talking about before. And I want to be like one of the best coaches out there for the upcoming generation. As we're competing more and more, I'm noticing these top players in the fighting game, and even you were talking about in Overwatch, are like 14, 15, 16-year-olds, and we've never had pros that young before. And I've seen the deteriorating mentality shift in them, and at that young age, it's very concerning to me. I'm someone who has a mental disorder when it comes to anxiety. I have ADHD as well. So it's something that I wish they can avoid. I don't wish any pain and anxiety on my worst enemies. It's the worst feeling of what I went through. And I want to help and teach them self-compassion and the tools that I learned in therapy over the past 5 years, and with their own, strengths as skills, what it's like to be a top player, because I was there, so I get to relate with them. I have about 70 students right now, so that's been an amazing experience. Yeah, I don't need kids, let me tell you. I just don't need kids. So I got that, and I'm set. I got 70 of them and a cat at home. I'm good. So I got that, and and commentating and just streaming, content creation. It's always been my passion. I'm going to be 90 years old, maybe finally trying Overwatch 5 at that point, and I'll probably have a heart attack live on stream, and that's the way I'm going out, and it'll be awesome. So
Well, I love to see how dedicated you are to fostering the upcoming community and players, because I remember seeing you and this is why this panel's very wow moment for me. You both of you are just so amazing, and I look up to both of you. But I remember when you were playing pro, I was always I can't believe I didn't know you were Canadian. And then when we were both doing the Nintendo event, I was every time I would pass you while you were on broadcast, I'd be like, oh my gosh, should I ask for a picture? I don't know. So now we have this happen. Let's just freeze frame a bit so I got my picture. I could go back. Yeah, okay. I could go back to the stream.
So you know how you have a vignette of memories from when you were 10 years old, 12 years old, of the embarrassing sorry state you were in as a child. and you have this gallery of things. Well, I have a digital gallery, and it's just all the worst YouTube videos you've ever seen for The Sims 4, not The Sims 4, it was The Sims 3, I think, at the time, and Team Fortress 2, and I hope that they have been lost to the fires of time. No, don't do it.
It survives with the internet. It survives.
it's always there, okay? Someone has it on download, so.
Somewhere, but all that stuff kind of got me into content creation really, really early on, because we're in this age where we have access to all these tools that allow us to video capture the OG Bandicamp days,
Oh my God. It's true, Newgrounds and all them. Yeah. Do you remember that? That's great. The good side of Newgrounds, but yeah. Exactly.
No. as a Sonic enjoyer.
God, we're not. I don't. I was tortured as a kid. Let's just say that. I saw some things I should have never seen. So.
But yes, it started super early on, and it kind of just transformed into doing Twitch, and I've been streaming on Twitch for the past 6 years now, and initially it was all Overwatch, but then that pivoted closer to doing music and Paidia Gaming, and now D&D stuff, so...
Ayo.
Yes, it's so much fun, and yeah, I'm glad to have walked this path. I feel super lucky to have.
Yeah, and you just continue to grow. I feel like every year you're doing something new and bigger. So, gaming's not the most welcoming place for women, especially if you're first getting your ground in there. You're just dipping your toes. So how is that experience really impacted you as a woman?
What a segue! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right. We're so happy now. We're okay, everything sucks. Yeah. Go on.
For me, it used to be a lot more toxic. I don't know that the communities I've been in have just grown a lot, but it's definitely been rough, but very transformative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Transformative. I love that.
Yeah, I really like that word.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal that. So transformative. No, and kind of the same for me. I mean, I'm in a very indie niche community. The Smash community was built grassroots from the community itself, the players, right? And when you do that, I think that it invites a lot of unprofessionalism, right? I mean, you're learning on your own as a bunch of kids in a basement who have the desire of creating a tournament, and you don't really think of the consequences that can come back to bite you with certain decisions and mistakes that has been very much publicly known now. And but what I love is now that we're all adults and we're learning and getting older, it's been great to see that security measures are being taken into place, and feedback and forums, and just seeing such professional like authority figures come up to the scene and really represent and show their value as to how they can keep players safe, how women can feel more comfortable too. I know that for me personally, like I've definitely had my moments where security's got to escort some people out sometimes, and it's been uncomfortable. But I've always surrounded myself with my favorite people in the world. My mom's here today. She comes to every event ever. It's our thing. And I keep my crowd small, and I think that's something that's so important to have, because whether it's people disrespecting you and you don't feel welcome, or people that are there because you're a woman and they want to take advantage of you, will also make you feel so special until you're not. So it's important to do understand what makes you special to you and realize your value.
Even since the inception of video games, marketing and the efforts to even sell the games were entirely targeted to boys. And it's something staggering, like 98% of spending for certain companies were like geared towards little boys. Whereas like now I think that's changing a lot. And so like the culture surrounding it is changing, but I think it's important to keep that in mind for like why there aren't more women in gaming in general. It's not because we're unable or that we don't like these things, because we're proof that we do, right? But it's that it just, from the ground up, it wasn't built with women in mind.
Not at all. Yeah. I wanted to add, if that's okay, like, yeah, I mean, you're born, right? And right away, doctors are like, blue blanket, pink blanket, right? It's like that kind of right away defines you and what you're gonna be liking. It's like, then here's a Barbie. I don't want Barbie. I bit my Barbie's head off. Quite true. You can ask her.
My Barbies would play with my Dragon Ball Z
There
figures.
you go. Yeah, me
they were
too,
just all
man.
together.
Me too.
Yeah.
So exactly. And we were talking about marketing. I mean, I'm working marketing. Shout out to the Game Addict. But like, I've been working there, and even looking back at games, Tomb Raider, right? Probably the most iconic female heroine of all time, right? When it comes to video games.
Lara Croft, my beloved.
Lara Croft is always going to be our dream, like, body figure, right?
What we
in
aspire
life.
to be.
Always.
Yeah.
But remember when she was first announced, you just reminded me, it's like that Target, the reason why she was even that popular, it's because she was female and her very abstract, I guess, physiques, right? So that's it. And then in like 2013, they had to completely redefine her and change the way she looked and felt, and she became this relatable character who actually had a very relatable body figure.
Who is real.
Yeah, exactly,
real,
right?
yeah.
Because it was
we
a different time.
We could actually visualize this person.
Right.
It wasn't
She's
like
outside,
a fantasy. It was
actually
more,
lost on an island. Like, that's her. So, and she's
all get
climbing
lost
over
on islands
hurdles.
sometimes,
Yeah,
you know?
it's great. Killing
girly
demons.
urge to get lost on an island.
Oh, it's a beautiful story, great romance. But yeah, and now she's changed, and like companies are adjusting their characters and have to remodel them constantly to adjust to today's time. And I think because of that switch, Lara Croft, it's actually such an impact on gaming too, to be like, no, this is not what real women are portrayed as, right? No, you could just be an average girl who's stressed out of her mind, lost on an island, because that pretty much defines all of us mentally. So, yeah.
We're just trying to figure out how to get off of this island.
Exactly.
But I think that's you both just really hit the points right there. I feel like that is why there is such a gap, or like this misconception that women don't like gaming. When you think back to how games were originally marketed, they were put in the boys' toy aisle, right? And now we're seeing 46% of women actually game. So there's a huge difference there, and it unfortunately still, how it was historically marketed, still sets that misconception, then that's what it is. But just open those history books, and you'll see it was the marketing that made that happen. It's not how it is. But we both talked about some of the hurdles we face, but can you really remember like your first adverse experience in gaming, and now looking back at it, would you have handled it differently?
I played Call of Duty when I was like 11, so
I'm there with you.
I started early.
We're doomed.
But I think that in more recent times, I've faced adversity only really, I don't know, I feel like there is the sentiment that like, oh yeah, if you're a girl gamer, like stay on Animal Crossing and The Sims and all that kind of stuff, which is like, no, not to knock on those games, I love those games.
Every day.
But yes.
3,000 hours.
But the problem arises when you try to find competitive success, and that is seen as like taking a good that is supposedly reserved for men. away from them. And that's when I've faced just scrutiny or like a lot of hatred. But since I've stepped away from that, way less. It's interesting.
It's interesting how you kind of just said, like you had enough of it and just stayed away from it.
Yeah.
Said no. Eventually you stop replying to it, you know?
Exactly. Because you can't prove the right things to the wrong people.
Right.
If they don't want to hear you, they're never going to hear you. They're just going to keep finding excuses.
There's no amount of success that you can gain and no amount of work that you can put in to convince people that have the wrong idea, right?
Yeah. I've learned to like treat them like they're bots. Like they're not real people. Like they are just not real. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I think going back, if I'm to remember any time I get any kind of hate or scrutiny, if I'm on stream, I actually got really sick in, I think it was like 2016, 17, when I really started doing really, really well in tournaments. And I couldn't help it. I would look at the Twitch chat, right? And that's like the worst thing you can do. Even if you are a man, right? And it was always, I was too skinny or too big. And if I showed cleavage, oh, she's a slut. And if I was not showing anything, I told you she's a man, girls can't play. And it was like, there was always something wrong. So I became so obsessed with the way I looked at tournaments for like a little bit of a period. I would only show up to tournaments with like my hair straight for a while because I was just so scared. And I'm somebody who used to have a really hard time with confrontation and would have a really hard time just accepting that I wanted to only make myself happy, but I always want to please everyone else. And you can't please everyone at all, right? So no matter what, you can be an angel and never made a mistake in your life, someone's gonna hate you for like no reason, right? Like it's just the way the human brain works sometimes. And I had to learn that. And now being a coach that I am, and after receiving countless amount of hate or whatever, I've learned to try and teach instead, where if someone does something that makes me uncomfortable, or if I meet someone who wants to take a picture and they start touching right away and they can't stop touching or staring at a spot you can't. So, and like genuinely, sometimes they don't know better. Like sometimes they don't have those social skills or parents don't teach them. And it's important that someone does, because sometimes it's as simple as that, where I've had success now being like, hey, like this makes me uncomfortable, and they're getting super scared because they feel so bad. And I say, no, like you're good. Like this is the reason why this is not a great thing to do.
Socially not acceptable.
It's not acceptable. And you actually show them that. And like I've had a lot of times where they do learn that, and now they're in awesome relationships. But the other times it's like, no, you're just a pervert and you're weird. So, and go get help, right? And you wish the best for them and you just don't reply. And now I know when it's worth it to reply and when it's not worth it. So that has been changed a lot. I wouldn't change anything though, because I think I needed those kinds of experiences of hate and Call of Duty to just realize what is worth and what isn't. So
yeah, I like that. Like you really have to understand. Unfortunately, it's like you go through those
The thing I want to grab is just this little vase. I don't know where we're going to put it yet.
So the real question is, like, where's our house? Is it the red one?
It's the red one.
It's the red one for the Phoenix.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this one on this table.
Oh my God!
here.
Wait. Okay, guys, I have a fountain. I'm gonna put it. You know, I'm gonna put it next to the shrine, because why not? You know, maybe we need water next to a shrine.
Do we need a tub? I think we need water next to the shrine.
Yeah.
Do we need
See,
a tub?
we can make it pretty.
This is a very tight room for this tub, but I'm trying to make it work.
We got it.
Another tub. Okay.
I'm
There
like,
we go.
there's like a blue couch, and I have a wall unit right next to it. So you know what? Why not? Like you can't.
There are
pass
not
it.
enough bathroom things in this.
This is a.
We just have a
corner
toilet
piece.
and a tub. That's all you need, honestly.
We just need. Yeah.
I love it. I dig it.
I love it. I love it too. I found this really nice vase, and I'm going to place it. Oh, unfortunately, it doesn't fit. So I changed my mind. Wait for it. Magic? No.
Were you trying to place it on top?
Yes, it would have been beautiful, but unfortunately, our ceiling isn't high enough. So we might have to remove the ceiling, and I don't think there's a problem with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
There's no problem with that.
How about a fire hazard?
I think that's an excellent idea. We always need a fire hazard, especially in our community, you know, guys? We've got to protect ourselves. So I think our dining room, living room, I don't know what the heck this is, but it's coming out pretty nice, and I think we can add this table.
I feel like I need more furniture. Can I
Here you
sneak
go.
over here? Let me sneak. Nothing over here. Let's.
I brought you a chair.
I think the other team took a lot of the furniture. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
You
they
think
took
so?
our colors. Like, I think they're cheating, those Montrealers. Oh, couldn't be me.
Could it be you? Okay,
Couldn't
Miss
be me.
Montreal.
What if we, like, walked into their home and then just stole everything? Can we do that?
Yeah, we could.
That's burglary, but, like, I think it's fine in a game.
If it's in, are we putting desk in the same? Ooh, should we do a 2-desk setup?
Hey, yo! Wait, that's such a good idea.
Right? I'm gonna do one at the corner here. Oh, I wanna,
Okay.
like,
Bro, I'm going to go into their home and just start taking things, I swear.
are you? Isn't that cheating? Are we allowed to do that?
Did it say that in the rules? I don't think so.
I don't
like,
think that's true. If the rules didn't say it,
They didn't say anything.
This is getting cutthroat.
I know.
I don't know, man. I'm scared.
No, they took everything.
Okay, well, I'm going back in. I'm going to get their stuff. I'm going in. Who's with me?
I like how our bathroom is not functional.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
It is
You know,
simply
like,
not.
Who needs a toilet? It's fine.
I feel like we lost the theme.
They
Somewhere
took
along
everything,
the way.
so like I've just started taking their things. It's been great. So
You're working with them in
they're
another
not,
way.
yeah,
you know?
like it's fine. I'm Montreal, guys. Hey, Arabesque, how are you? That's me, girl. Okay, bye.
Freya, what are you thinking about how our house is going?
I'm scouring for items. I can't find anything. I'm gonna try
That's
to
why
get
we gotta
some.
steal it, man. We gotta steal it. Like I'm telling you, like we gotta win. Okay, at the end of the day, it's
We're
available.
borrowing it. It's just borrowing.
It's just borrowing. They stole my thing before, so. Ooh, where's our kitchen? I found things. Oh, we don't have one. Well, we should probably make one.
I'm just gonna take things to
We don't
claim them
need to
right now,
eat.
and then we can worry about it
that
later.
lamp does not.
Oh, there. This can go here. Why not?
This could go.
Do we have a kitchen? What's our designated
That's
kitchen
it. I think
area?
it's this. I think it's this because I'm seeing a lot of kitchen-y items here. So.
Okay, we
I
can
think
work with
we've
it.
decided to have a very tiny kitchen, so I'm gonna move this sofa out the way for now. Okay.
Who needs a kitchen when you're out there exploring the world of Paidia, right?
Yeah, like let's be honest, we're ordering Uber anyway, so like whatever.
I found a little
Go for
round
it.
table for the round floor decal we have in the living room.
Oh,
It's a
that's
lower
such a good
table too.
idea.
Wait, so what are we doing with this chair in front of the shrine for the Phoenix?
No,
Let me see.
I don't know where that's supposed to go.
Wow, that's a really pretty chair. I'm gonna
But you
just
know
move
what?
it.
We need
I'll let you play with that. You have a vision, so I'm gonna let you go for it. I'm seeing it.
Freya
And
is
like,
very intrigued with this now.
let you cook. Don't worry.
Oh, yes.
I found a purple
Right,
reddish table. Cool.
I was thinking we could use this big tall table as a kitchen table, right? And then
Go
it's just
for
nice
it.
and
Oh,
square.
that's smart.
Go for
that
it.
one.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Let's see.
Maybe we have like this here, like people could sit,
Go.
or like where do we put the bench?
I'm gonna try picking up the dog again. Oh my god, guys, I got the dog. Run, run, run. It's ours. Where do we put the dog?
Wait, actually.
Yes, I did. Where do I put the dog? We have to think
You
about
didn't.
this very, very, very strategically. You know what? He's gonna have some water. Perfect.
What is the vision with this?
I know we have none. That's why I'm trying to get a vision.
It is the room where the private things happen.
Ooh, we need another door
Yes.
then. Okay, I'm not feeling these patron walls, guys. We gotta do something with these. I don't even know what they're called.
could also-
Patreon walls? I don't know.
Partition walls?
Thank you. That.
Patreon walls.
Patreon walls. They're officially Patreon walls.
We make do. We
This
make
main
do.
room makes no sense.
We're putting a wall, okay? People can't come in. We're not ready.
Staying in the hotel on this street here, right?
Yeah.
What's the actual address? Like, what is the what? The hotel.
Raisins in Mario. My guy, you know, I wondered why this meatball here was $17. Ladies and gentlemen, I now know why. And it looks incredible. Oh, by the way, I found Mikkel.
Hi.
Again.
Here. What's up?
Dude, okay, we just talked about how I rarely see you, but when I do, I seem to always be vlogging.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's
You
just
are the
coincidence
star.
at this point.
You are the star of the vlog.
Impossible. That can't be me.
Everyone follow Mikkel.
suppose. You have to know.
You have to now. What are you having?
I'm having the chocolate hazelnut cake.
I might be joining you if I somehow digest this. Probably not. Probably not.
Best of
I'm
luck.
taking off. How are you?
Take the shirt off.
What are you eating?
Take the shirt
What
off.
are you eating? I'm not wearing white. What are you eating?
Take the shirt
Okay, but what are you eating?
off. Chocolate.
Wow. This experience has been one of a lifetime. I've been to interviews, shows, casting, playing, whatever it is, but I've never experienced an event quite like this one. The RedBull Studio in Toronto was absolutely mind-blowing, but not as mind-blowing as the people that hosted it, as well as my fellow panelists. They were absolutely amazing. I felt so welcome. And it was so great to talk to other women in the community that's been through what I've been through, being in the gaming industry for so long. I learned so much and met so many new connections that I'm only going to use to keep improving my skills in content creation, branding, and more. Shout out to the Paidia Gaming for giving me this opportunity, and for the awesome t-shirt and tote bag too, because they were so awesome. And to those who came out in Toronto to meet me, to take pictures, it was a blast. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I can't wait to be back in Toronto soon. And to you guys watching at home, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more SGK vlogs and content that you won't get anywhere else. I'll see you soon.